So today is potato planting day. Now we have 400-ish. I don't have a really good count how many potato seeds we're gonna put in the ground today. Today's probably gonna be the hardest we work on the farm for a few months anyway. So be a lot of digging going on today. So gardening is something I've had a passion for all of my life. I remember as a kid planting potatoes and pumpkins out in mom and dad's garden and just loving watching things grow and being able to reap the benefits of it. So we haven't had a garden of our own since I think our last harvest was the fall of 2016 when we lived in town, and that spring we sold our house, and so we haven't had any yard prep done. We haven't been in a position to get a garden in until this year, and so we've put a massive garden in. We're going to be able to feed far more than ourselves here this summer. So pretty excited about that. Now I would encourage you, if you have just a little bit of space, doesn't have to be a big garden, just a little bit of space, put something in, grow some of your own food. I really recommend potatoes. Potatoes is something, not that they're my favorite food by any means, but they're one of the easiest things to grow. You literally dig a hole, as long as it's, you got those little buds that are sprouted, pop them in the ground, cover them back up, throw a little bit of water on there, and they're really, really easy to maintain. And then in the fall, dig them out with a pitchfork, and you've got a ready-made meal on your hands. Now, I remember being at a wellness conference about 5 or 6 years ago now, and they were talking about nutrient supplements, dietary nutrient supplements, right? So things that we take on top of our meals, pill form, to supplement things that are lacking in our food. And one of the conversation topics regarding potatoes was a potato now has like 50% or 53% less nutrition than it did in the 1940s. So why is that? Well, the presenter said, well, ask Monsanto. Well, that's the issue, right? Why are we reliant on a chemical company to determine the nutrition that's in our food? So what happened here? Well, we started doing intensive agriculture practices post-Second World War. People stopped growing their own food. Food then just went straight over to the factory, right? We started getting processed food, and we had to produce so much of it that we rely heavily on these chemical companies. And again, good or bad, right? I'm not arguing one or the other, but if you look at the facts, nutritional based data, you're gonna have less nutrition in the food that is grown intensively than the stuff that is grown small scale, high nutrition, high soil conditioning. So did you know only 1.3% of the world's population are farmers? And of that, 12% of those are operating on less than 2.5 acres. So don't tell me you can't grow potatoes in your backyard. So we've started our garden with the natural clay soil that was there. We added amendments to that soil from manure and bedding from the cattle, from the sheep. Everything that came off the land has gone back into the land, and then we've mulched that in, worked it in, got that soil to a really nice consistency. And then now we're planting organic seed potatoes. So we know there's no chemicals involved in it. It's just a potato, right? And then we'll be able to harvest that in the fall, and we'll use those future years as our own seed potatoes. Okay, so we're gonna head over to Bradshaw Acres, get us some goat milk. And then we're going over to Bloom Enterprises, get a big bag of grain. Lord knows, them chickens gotta eat. Right, Charlotte? Yeah. Well, we're back. We got our bag of grain. We got our goat milk. I had 41 more seed potatoes to plant, and I thought that was gonna be a wrap on the evening. Maybe get a cup of tea, some brownies, maybe a little bit of ice cream, and relax, and then, tomorrow's a new week. Well, found out there's a whole nother bag of seed potatoes in the cold room, not to mention 200 onion sets that I gotta plant tonight. So I guess we're just gonna go all night long. Well, I won't be going anywhere too soon. Just found out I left the master switch on the tractor last night. Battery's dead. Carmen come to me about 10 minutes ago. She was getting her car ready to go to work in the morning. Battery's dead. Every freaking day there's something. Dead battery, flat tire. Just can't seem to win. Well, I've had enough of today. I'm going to feed my sheep and I'm just gonna go eat some ice cream. I hope you have a wonderful day and we'll see you tomorrow.